Bye, bye, bye. Today I'm playing Half-Life Opposing Force again. So, last time I played, look at the rather intriguing crosshair design for this living weapon that I'm using from the shock trooper I killed in the other episode, by the way. Looks very exotic and alien looking, doesn't it, eh, baby dolls? So yes, here we are in the Black Mesa Research Facility Biodome Complex, in the precarious reality chapter which we arrived in last time I played, after coming up through this hole in the pipework down here. Yes. So last time I played, I showed you how this weapon has infinite ammunition and it's quite effective against small enemies like the head crabs. And it should seem we have an Altus corpse here. Lots of evidence to dispose of, but evidence nonetheless. Don't you just love that little splat sound, eh, baby dolls? And I'd meant to say it last time I played, but how many of you viewers of mine out there have actually seen the film Biodome? Yeah, I liked that film when I lent it off my friend, my old best friend back in the late 90s. It was a comedy film about these two dumb jock types, maybe, who had these smart girlfriends who were very scientifically aware, shall we say. And they had to kind of follow them to this biodome that was opening in town somewhere, because they had a passion for it, but the jocks didn't, and they had to follow them there, because the girls had said they wouldn't be interested in them anymore or something if they didn't go and show an interest, and from what I could remember, they all ended up getting locked in with criminals or whatever, and the jocks had a chance to become heroes by saving the day and preventing the criminal plans for what was going to happen in the biodome, for what they were going to do in the biodome, the criminals. And yeah, have you noticed how I can break these little bits of glass on the floor here? That's quite a nice touch, isn't it, baby dolls? Wonder if I can break those little bits of glass remaining in that pane. Yeah, that's a nice touch, isn't it, as well? Notice how I've run out of ammo for this now, but it's recharging down in the bottom right corner. Yes, it would seem I was missing that particular remaining shard of glass. And since I'm a completionist, I need to destroy all of the shards of glass. You can break actual full windows as well like that. And another nice touch, I think, of this gun, this electrical bolt firing alien weapon, is that it can mark the walls and make notifications like that unreadable pretty much. Yes, I know it's very destructive and vandal-like of me, but I was just showing you the result, just showing you the possibilities, Sonny Jim. Evidence disposal. So that the dead corpses can't come back to life and scare me to death. That seems like something of a curious phenomenon, doesn't it? Specimen observation area number 1, it would seem. By the way, notice how I changed my spray paint image now to the 8-ball symbol. Presumably the snooker ball. Presumably the snooker ball 8-ball and not the drug 8-ball. Yes, this is now the 8-ball pool ball observation area rather than the specimen observation area, my friends. Or we can just cover it up just like that in order to rid the place of the evidence that have been spray painting the walls. Who knows, maybe the government, if I survive, will be wanting to sue me for vandalising the place after all. After all, I don't own this Black Mesa facility, you know. Well now, it would seem this is the observation area for one of the biodomes in this place. Those windows awfully high up there, isn't it? But people get a nice view out of that window, eh? And out of those windows up there as well, if they are windows, in fact. Was there a frog I just heard? Croaking and ribbiting away? And how that corpse is down there, as it seems. Those snail-looking things on the floor. Is there a scientist corpse in there as well? I wonder what could have killed them all. Let's hope we don't have to find out, eh? The door's open down there at least. It's impressive how they've done that, the makers of this facility, isn't it? Made a door out of an imitation rock face in the wall, covering the wall. Deceives the inhabitants of the biodome quite nicely, doesn't it? Seems like we can't go this way beyond this doorway, so let's head on through. Oh, we've got unexpected guests. That pit drone just hurt its friend with its... Really annoys me that when I don't realise I'm low on shotgun ammo and I have to start reloading in the midst of battle. But yeah, did you see that just then? The electronic gun, the creature gun from this shock trooper was starting to walk towards me with threatening intent after I'd killed the shock trooper, because when you already have one of those weapons that shoots those electrical discharges, which you get from the shock troopers, since you can't hold more than one of them, other copies of those living guns will actually leap at you and deal you physical harm. So we need to be careful from now on after killing shock troopers. Funny how the sweet spot of those corpses is the knees of their legs, isn't it? Their lower legs, it would seem. And now, as you can see, because of how we had those unexpected guests, when they beamed in, they seemed to break this glass facade here, so we can now have access into this biodome. Very large and expansive in here, isn't it? Feels cozy, the idea of having exotic alien pets in here to watch as they think they're out in the wild interacting with each other, isn't it? Yes. Oh, look at that. Fortunately, with our displacement gun, I was able to transport it out of the place with minimal effort. And now, time to clear up this evidence of the Hound Eye corpses. They don't need to be here after all, now that there's no stealthy alien creatures stalking this particular biodome. Don't think I've ever noticed before that there's scientist corpse in this hazmat outfit, if you can call it that. Was an Isaac Kleiner model scientist with the glasses and hardly having any hair. Yeah, so there goes all that evidence. This is like having this in a building is like a kind of dry version of a fish tank, isn't it really? Except you're watching land-based creatures rather than waterborne creatures such as fish. And it just so happens that we were watching waterborne creatures in tanks in the last episodes, doesn't it? When I say waterborne creatures, I mean those big mutated alien freaky fish type things, and the leeches as well. Why can't I jump properly onto this? Never mind. It's something to do with the uneven terrain here. Is it grass maybe that I'm on? Still, at least we can spray paint these rocky protrusions from the ground. Don't think normally you'd be able to have spray paint show up on a rocky facade, would you? It's tough to know for sure. Are these plants destructible? I was just wondering because of how in the main game there's cactuses which are destructible. In the surface tension chapter, I think it is. I'm wondering if I can get up onto here, but looks a bit high, this rocky facade. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. Unless I can get on in that corner. Having a harder time getting up onto it now though for some reason. Yeah, it's like there's an invisible wall surrounding it or something. Yeah, I think that's a bit too high, and it is. Oh, that's a rather discombobulated looking 8-ball, isn't it? All flattened. Looking like some kind of a pea instead of a pool ball. But I digress. Isn't it good how this looks like an actual door from the inside, but on the outside looks like barren rock? I'm guessing that really would fool the inhabitant creatures of this biodome when they were actually living. Yeah, let's head off. Oh, an elevator, eh? Let's ride our fortunes up then. Looks like this button got blown up at some point in the past. Maybe join the fighting? Oh, are you scared of me? He's waving at me anyway. Notice how the chest-like thing is repeatedly opening and closing, like he's anticipating a meal, maybe. And yes, those scary deep breathing sounds are the sounds this gnome is making. No idea why it isn't attacking me. They seem to be kind of docile, these things, don't they? So let's just look around. How brave, aren't I, daring to turn my back on this thing? Looks like there's creatures being stored in these crates, doesn't it? A hound eye, for instance. Oh! I was paying too much attention, thinking about him over there too much to be distracted by the head crabs, you see. And because I find a hound eyes cute, I'm not going to kill that over there. As you can see, this doorway leads to the observation area of that biodome. Just in case you were wondering. Oh, he's reacting to me now. Oh, I got hit by the hound eye too. Stop doing your Tarzan impressions on me and die, will you? Yes, they leave rather grisly corpses, these things, don't they? So, let's take care of that problem, shall we? And we can open these doors as well. Of course, I'm not going to kill this bull squid. How did he hit me with that shot? When it looked like he wasn't going to be able to fire in that precise direction. I think it was cheated there by the... I always find it satisfying destroying those equipment carts into bits and pieces with these weapons, or with the monkey wrench for that matter. Look, another hound eye in here. So they are cute as well, don't you agree? So let's give them the opportunity for freedom, even though they won't be taking it since they can't seem to jump out of these pods, these imprisonment pods. What could these be, I wonder? Ooh, the snorks, yes. Living bomb-like creatures which we can throw at other things, at enemies. They will attack enemies and then explode after a certain amount of time. I'll just give them a 8-ball to look at, so they won't be too bored here, waiting for scientists to come back and experiment on them, maybe. That's awful creepy, that deep breathing sound from the gnomes, isn't it? And just in case you didn't know, in opposing force, fire extinguishers are actually combustible. Well, at least the deep breathing sounds are coming from this room and we can't get in there. So let's just warn people, shall we, as to the dangers of that room. Specimen containment rooms, eh? Are these scientists here sick enough to actually consider gonomes to be specimens to be analysed? To satiate their morbid scientific curiosity? That's another reason why I often find scientists to be sick and twisted. Seems we can't properly get into that storage room, but we have another one here. Oh, crab. In an awkward place for me to hit as well. Yes, I managed to kill it though just then. So now, as well as ammunition, we have supply boxes with battery power in one of them. We can't destroy this can, but curiously enough we can shoot inside it and spray paint inside it as well. Nice to know that these items are actually properly and fully 3D, isn't it? Nice how they've stored these metallic boxes like this, isn't it, in a pyramid kind of a shape. Can be used to destroy corpses as well, this electronically charged living gun. Anyway, it would seem we've got nowhere to go but this elevator shaft. This broken elevator which we can climb out of. Seems we can't destroy the glass on top of the elevator though, if it is glass, that is. Unlike all good elevator shafts, this elevator shaft has a very long ladder. Oh no! I shouldn't have fell down that ladder while trying to crouch walk onto these ledges then, should I? That seems like a load of stuff and nonsense to me. Blatant stuff and nonsense, Sonny Jim. Oh, it tries to make you panic, this door, with the glass breaking underneath you when you fall on it, doesn't it? Can this glass be destroyed? Yes, intriguing. Sparking elevator buttons can't be used though. Will this hurt me? Yeah, just a little bit. Fortunately the game was being generous there with that. Anyway, I'm not gonna play around with that anymore. Exposed cables here under the floor, it's seen. Burnt cables now. Can this be destroyed, this floor tile? No, it would seem not. I don't think that's the same biodome down there. No, it's not. Anyway, let's head on out of here. A barrier with a light on it, eh? Wonder if we can dull it by obscuring it. Kind of, but not very effectively. See, that's how powerful light is. It can even penetrate beyond burned surfaces, it would seem. Dangerous, it appear. Yes, we really don't want to fall down there, do we? And it would appear we have tentacle monsters down there, like what we encountered in the main game. I wonder if I can actually hurt them from up here. Yes, and make it go back into its pit. There's two of them even. That seems like it'll be something of a complication if we end up down there. Okay, why hasn't it come back out? Why is it gone now, I wonder? Oh well. Let's not worry about that just yet. Back through the loading screen to the elevator shaft we go. Slow elevator. These elevators are a bit like the ones from the Lambda complex in the main game, I think. Is it just me, or is this elevator a bit slopey? The floors look a bit slopey as well, like they're going downward on this side, but I could just be imagining it without lying on my bed, rather than sitting up straight looking at the monitor, at the screen. Can't get through this debris, can we? No hidden supplies among the debris, though. So yeah, I can't resist destroying those equipment carts. Or the fire extinguishers, for that matter. This place will be in trouble if there's a fire, won't it? Control room, eh? I wonder what we can do damage to in here. Oh, more of the pit drones. They do a lot of damage with the melee attacks, so you don't want to get hit by them up close. Scary how fast they come at you, isn't it? Hiya! Did you see that then? I think I maybe made him do a split when I killed him. And it would seem here we have a dead Einstein clone, but not for much longer. Now just bloody pieces. It has seemed those pit drone bodies have vanished. Not a very intellectual thing to do, that, is it? Hit a computer monitor hit a laptop with a monkey wrench. And I wonder how many of you viewers out there... Why can't I move this chair? Oh yeah. I wonder how many of you viewers out there know about this. How many of you viewers out there know how to get in that event up here? Of course, it's dangerous up here though, as we will find out. Now that we're being attacked by snarks, oh, they're after me. I think they can jump down from up there as well. Eventually they explode by themselves, as you saw just then. And now if we go back up there, I do believe we'll be able to collect extra snarks. Yes. But we're full to capacity, so we can't collect them all, unfortunately. That's just the way how things go these days, isn't it? What's a mainframe computers in here? This computer monitor is now just a black cube, or it would appear, after being burned. Wonder if I can get up onto these mainframes. No, they're too high up, it'd seem. Can these books be destroyed? No. And then here we have a calendar. And because December the 5th is the day the Black Mesa incident happened. Oh, never mind, I can't properly mark it on the calendar. I've just destroyed half of December. Shame, but what can you do about that, eh? Wonder if these can blow up or something. No. But we can mark computer mainframes and systems and consoles with spray paint, so we can. And now we have to go into this biodome, but we can break the glass. And also inadvertently mark the walls. Like so. Look, I made a smiley face on the ceiling out to cheer up all the creatures inhabiting this biodome. Wonder if we destroy that bright light. No, they're awful big, these bright lights up affixed to this wall, aren't they? Well, yeah, anyway, let's head on down. Try not to get hurt in the process. There's a bull squid down there shooting at me, you see. Noticed how that electrical discharge from this weapon bounced upward on that teleportation, on that trampoline, alien bouncy trampoline thing just then. They did it again as well. Hound eyes are trying to kill me with the sonic attacks. Because if you didn't know, and if I haven't said so far, these hound eyes attack with sound, you see. That's what those waves are that come from them, those shock waves. The sound attacks. They attack us with destructive sound waves. And we can heal in this Indian healing pool. Makes you wonder how we have them here on Earth now, doesn't it? I mean, you wouldn't think you could move a pool of liquid from one dimension to another, would you? Evidence disposal time. I keep getting a hospital kind of a smell in my nose, in my imagination. Not sure why. Like, from what I can remember from when I was in hospital for a week as a child. Oh yeah, and this opening on their stomachs, under their stomachs, that's the mouth of these hound eyes have. They eat things by standing over them, you see. They eat their prey by standing over them like that. It's quite surprising how these corpses being splattered in here create such an echoey sound. And what could these be? Ooh! Did I just collect something out of there? They sound awful hard, though. Curious. But what do you say we collect more of them? Oh, it's grown another one now, has it? Intriguing trees, Batman. Seems like they might do this infinitely, doesn't it? And I find these things scary a bit. Scarier than the metallic, fully grown tentacles I might add. Whoa, if I hit this with the monkey wrench, it seems like I hit it like 1,000 times per second or something. Look at me, I'm a tree hugger. I'm hugging it and making it swipe at the ground. Can I spray paint it? No. Can I spray paint this? Well, I can spray paint the ground under it anyway. And here we have these Zen lights again. Notice how the healing pool constantly emanates a kind of sound. Come to think of it, creatures in here probably wouldn't recognise that as a smiley face, would they, from this angle? It's a shame indeed. What are those? I can hear those deep breathing sounds again. Up we go once more. Yeah, some twisted stuff going on in here, isn't it? But yes, I think this is a good place for a cliffhanger. So, I'll save the game. And turn the game off and stop the video. So bye, folks.